night, riding the bike, that's two things in one sitting. But I don't feel like selling for the time being. When I was young, I used to dream about the palm trees. After the summer achievements, I got a long sleeve. Supposedly, think about it, in reality, you running out of options.
Swain, touchdown.
Yeah.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Folks, good evening. Glad you are with us on this beautiful, beautiful day, July the 21st, 2022. Seth Stokes is live and on fire this evening. Stokes, what is going on, my friend?
Man, anything and everything is going on, my friend. How are you doing?
Oh, I love it. I'm good, man. I'm great. It's good to be back with you this evening. Sorry about last week. We had some weird timing going on. Ben McKee is waiting on being a father any day now. Any day now, he's going to be a father. So big props to Ben McKee on the birth of his son here in the next maybe hours, day or two. So that is why he is not with us today. And we got our main man, Seth Stokes, with us today. SEC Media Days took place for Tennessee today. And Stokes, you remember being down there, man. It's in Atlanta right now, but, well, today's the last day, but Atlanta this week. But you remember being down there in Birmingham. And it was all about Tennessee, man. That's what we care about. That's what we pay attention to. And this year's no different.
Oh, yeah. The SEC Media Days is kind of like the kickoff to the college football preseason, I guess. Once Media Days happens, everybody starts to really get on edge for fall camp to start. And then, the season will be upon us. And today was Tennessee Day down in Atlanta. That's one thing that I really, really miss about, being in the industry is I loved to interview players, from other programs that you would never really get to interview otherwise. A lot of times, coaches as well. and just getting to mingle with fellow media members. It's almost like a big family reunion when media members get together at SEC Media Days. I know it was in Atlanta this year, so some of the same old haunts there in Hoover are a little less less full this week, but still happy for all the guys that got to participate, and really happy for the Tennessee players that got to go with Josh Heupel, and it was really cool to hear from them and hear from Coach Heupel. And it's, man, I am excited for the season, and obviously the big topic, not just with Tennessee but with everybody this week, was NIL.
Yeah, that's the topic, Stokes. That's the topic. I'll be honest, man. I'm damn tired of talking about NIL. I mean,
me too.
Golly, and I get it. Like, I understand. Like, it's important. It's an important part of college football right now. It has helped many schools be on track to get back into the hunt. Like, I get it. Tennessee's one of those schools. Miami, Texas A&M, USC. Totally understand it. And this is something that we predicted, we talked about, that it was going to happen. Tennessee is going to use this as an opportunity to kind of get back quicker. But, damn, Stokes, every turn, it's NIL this, NIL that. Coaches talking out of both sides of their mouth. Vol Nation would say both sides of their neck. Oh, my goodness. You got Kirby Smart talking about how he promotes it. He believes in it. He mentions how NIL helped one of his players be able to take care of his family. That's awesome. That's great. And then on the other hand, he's talking about how, he don't want them making too much money early. Like, dude, right? Come on, man. Like, But he signed a 10-year, over $100 million contract. Man, please. I'm just tired of that. I'm just tired of that from these coaches. And I'm just glad, man. I'm glad, I'm fortunate that me being who I am and how I've done radio, that we have a coach that I ain't had to put on blast. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you that Josh Heupel hasn't said anything silly.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't when it comes to NIL.
No.
He's happy for the dudes, making their money. We got guys going up to New York, connecting with top businesses, through Spire, getting that national exposure. That's what it's about, and that's what separates Tennessee's NIL away from others. But, man, I'm just ready to talk ball. I'm ready to talk football. That's what it's about.
Like, Swain and NIL right now, if someone could do, like, a video and put Swain's face on John Witherspoon's head and the words NIL on Ice Cube's head, and Swain walks into the kitchen, it's like, every time I come in the kitchen,
yeah,
you in the kitchen.
Yep.
Taking up all the airtime.
Yep.
All the segments. All the hot takes.
All of them. All of them, man. Golly, I want people just to make your money. Like, as long as you ain't hurting anybody, bothering anybody, like, make as much money as you want to make. Like, yes. I'm a capitalist. Hey, do your thing. Like, but get out of other people's pocket. Stop talking out of both sides of your neck. But I'm ready to talk X's and O's. I am ready to get to this telephone. I'm ready to get to the text box, because I'll be honest, man, I've missed the interaction so much, man. So if you're listening, man, blaze that text box up. You got any comments, questions, whatever, give us a call, 865-250-5503. We'll patch you straight in. We got somebody on right now, and we'll get to the phones. And, man, let's interact, man. I miss y'all. Miss y'all. I miss some of y'all. I miss some of y'all. Some of y'all, man. C-Mac. I don't know. I'm just joking. Let's see if we can get a caller in here. Good evening.
I missed you guys, too.
Turkey Man, what's up?
Hey, buddy. Hey, I have 2 or 3 questions. I'm gonna try to make mine quick, because I feel like there's a lot of people that's missed you as much as I have. And but since Stokes is on there, I'm gonna ask him about media days. He had Spurrier, and who was all the coaches with personality was there when he was there? Stokesy?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Spurrier, of course, always had something interesting to say. He was probably the biggest one. I will say there was, and his name is escaping me right now, but Vanderbilt had an interim head coach for 1 year, and this man, in front of I think it was Vanderbilt, every member of the media for the Southeastern Conference talked about a job he had inseminating livestock.
This was the Vanderbilt coach, though?
I think it
Interim?
was.
I don't know, man. I think James
I
Franklin
don't
was there.
remember.
Was it James
Auburn?
Franklin? It was. I'm trying to remember who. It was 1 year, and this has been many years ago. They had a 1 year interim coach.
Oh,
And-
that was Arkansas.
Was that Arkansas?
Yeah,
that-
it was John L. Smith, because that's when Petrino got
know,
he
John-
got rolled up on.
Al Smith was get my piss hot.
But he was the interim, though. That was the only coach that's really an interim, where something like dramatic happened and the coach had to like leave at that moment. That was Petrino.
I don't. No, it was Robbie Caldwell.
Robbie Caldwell. Ah, so it
Talking
was
about
Vanderbilt.
inseminating turkeys.
So it was him.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was Vanderbilt. Robbie Caldwell. He talked about having a job as he was an expert at turkey insemination, and that was one of the weirder things
Sounds
I have
nasty.
ever heard.
Yeah, he was the coach in 2010. There it is.
Yep.
Dang, that was a long time ago.
I know that's why
I
it took me a
remember
minute. That was
that.
12
Yeah.
years ago.
Man, so he was old.
I am. He never lied. But I've been there. I mean,
remember that.
Les Miles, he always had something weird to say, and so I've been through a gambit of different SEC coaches and interim coaches, and yeah, it was always interesting at media days.
I ought to remember that, guys.
You should, Turkey Man.
Yeah, that's up your alley, Turkey Man.
Well,
That's your
what I was
area.
going to ask, yeah, I know it. What I was going to ask you, how would you like to be able to have talked to the old pirate today or yesterday was, I guess? Mississippi's coach.
Yeah, Mike Leach, I would have liked to have been able to interview at some point.
He's a character.
Yeah, the only time he was ever around SEC Media Days while I was there is the very first time that I went in 2010. He was there because he had already been fired. He was in between jobs.
He was politics.
And he was doing a radio spot with Sirius XM, and he was at a live remote at a sports bar that me and some other people went to, and he mingled with everybody after the fact, but that was about it.
Hey, Swain, on Twitter there, I did a question mark, and I thought I'd mention it tonight to you. What I was thinking about how well Jimbo did at Florida State with all the deals he had with Winston and some of those others, and he seemed like he was always making an excuse when they was in trouble with the law or really an embarrassment to the university. And I thought about that. It just went in my head just how he will handle that situation there. But that was what that question mark was, is how will he handle it, because he did such an outstanding job at Florida State of boxing up the situations there.
Yeah, he was protecting his guy, Jameis Winston. I think most coaches would do the same thing, as much as you can. And that's what he was doing there at Florida State. Man, he had a hell of a run there at Florida State. Built a deep roster where a lot of those dudes went to the league. 1 year, I mean, he almost broke a record with draft picks. I mean, he did his thing, and then it fell apart. And now he's at Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher taught on Tuesday, and all the eyeballs were on him and Nick Saban from what happened, during the spring. But everyone's kind of past that. The new subtle battle during SEC Media Days was Lane Kiffin and Josh Heupel, man. I don't know if you caught them little digs, but man, how about my man Josh Heupel, man? How about Josh Heupel?
Heupel was he was talking about wish he had
Josh
a
Heupel
golf ball that night instead of talking about spotting the ball and being ready at the spot of the ball. Talked about how about we get rid of fake cramps first. Woo.
Shout out to my family over there in Nashville. Well, they're in Atlanta, but 3-hour lunch, 104.5 The Zone, sister station. My co-workers kind of in the way. Man, they were just representing down in Atlanta. They had Hype on. They had Josh Hype on, and Ron Slay asked Hype about, would you take Josh Heupel, quarterback Oklahoma, or would you take Hendon Hooker? And Heupel said, I would take Hendon Hooker because Hooker has better coaching. Ooh, Hype! Man, that guy's comfortable here in Tennessee.
Yes, he is.
I think what he did was he witnessed Tony Vitello. He was like, yo, Tony's just being himself. And folks love it here. You can be yourself here, throw some digs, and people love you here. He's like, oh, look at Tony over there. Well, I'm about to relax a little bit too. Then I got some shots I can take. I got some snarky comments and some quick wit I can put on display for y'all. And I'm here for it. I love it. I love it, man.
It's fantastic.
It was hilarious.
I mean, might as well make it entertaining.
It's better that way. It is truly better that way, Stokes. I mean, it really, really is. 865-255-03, Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, live here from the Low T Center studio. And West Knoxville, yo, it was thunderstorming last night. Man, I thought somebody was outside taking pictures all night, Stokes. It was thunderstorming. Had me getting in the bed with my kids. I came knocking on their door. They was like, what you want? Shit, Daddy's scared. Oh, man, it wasn't no joke out there last night. Jared in Greenville says, blank, Lane, Mustard, Kiffin, Hype Train coming, better get on board. Just need my man Vol Nation to call in. Other McKee says, did y'all see Hype on Ron Slay? Yep. Saw that. Just mentioned that. Middle Tennessee Rick, question, is Nico early enrollee? Yeah, he's going to be early enrollee. We got work to do, Nico. We ain't got time for you to come in July or June. We got to go. Because we got this year with Hendon, and then next year, more than likely, there's going to be a freshman starting quarterback. So we ain't got time to be getting here in June, and time to go. Time to go. Shannon Terry, who runs on 3, did an interview with 3-hour lunch, my guys in Nashville, and Don. He says, Nico Iamaleava, most talented player in the class by far. That tells me he should be the number 1 player in the class. And he just moved up to the 2nd rated quarterback according to On 3. So we ain't got no time to be chilling and getting here in June. It's time to pack up all those pajamas and get to Knoxville. All 37 pair of them pajamas. Let's get it. We got to get on to Knoxville, get to work. All right, let's go back to the phones. Good evening. Who do we have with us?
Swain, what's poppin'? It's DZ in Milwaukee.
DZ, what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, wonderful.
That's good. Seth, nice to hear you as well.
Man, I appreciate that, DZ.
All right. Well, I'm getting some of this. I think the whole country is getting some of that southern weather right now. It's not quite in the hundreds up here, but it has been in the 90s for like the last 2 or 3 days. And I don't do too well above 80. So.
I feel you, man. I feel you, man.
You get irritable. You be getting irritable,
Yes.
DZ?
Yes, because it's humid up here. We got the lake right here, so we might as well be in Houston during the summer, man. It's nasty.
Patience be super low, real thin when it get hot outside.
Yeah, the AC be blowing real low too.
Oh,
But
man.
did you guys watch much of the media days today? I don't know if you guys had time to
Yeah.
see much of the interviews with the players and Hype, of course.
Oh, yeah, man. Hooker and Tillman and Flowers, the hype band, absolutely. That's what I was
Man.
waiting for all week.
Man, that boy Tillman, man, he's sitting up there looking like a first round pick. I don't want to get to talking too crazy too early, but I don't know. What did you guys think?
It ain't crazy to talk like that. I mean, look what he did against Alabama and Georgia and some of the big games last year. That he played like a first rounder last year. Now he has to do it again, polish some things up, improve his speed. I saw him 2 weekends ago and talked to him for a little bit. I said, "Hey man, it's time for you to get 1,500 yards. Let's go." He was like, "I got you."
I was gonna ask. You think your boy Meacham record might possibly get reached this year?
I hope it get broke. I hope.
Yeah.
I know. And me knowing Meacham wouldn't care, and he would love it too.
Oh yeah, that would be beautiful. That'd be beautiful for sure. And then the guys had the billboard at Times Square. I'm sure you saw that too.
I sure did.
Oh yeah, that was anything extra to promote the program. I think is just better for everybody, for the whole fan base. So I'm gonna get off and just one last thing. I've called in before. Usually I bring up the Bucks. Being here in Milwaukee, I'm a big Bucks fan. I'm also a Brewers fan. We're like a half game up on the Cardinals right now. Hopefully we can hold on to that, but I'm not so sure. But when it comes to football, Swain, me and you may see eye to eye because, honestly, the Packers are my least favorite team in all of sports.
Wow.
It probably goes Green Bay and then Florida.
Wow. That's different.
Yeah, it's different, but, it's a long story of how that became, but I didn't always, live up here in Milwaukee, although I probably lived here for, most of my life. So do you think that the Packers may fall back enough that the Bears may be able to, sneak a little division title or something this year?
Who'd you say?
I just had to ask, man.
Did you say the Bears?
I said the Bears.
Man, DC, we might have the number 1 overall pick this year. Man,
I don't think it's gonna be that bad, man.
No, it's gonna be bad. I think we're gonna be last in the division.
Yeah, because Detroit, although Detroit didn't have a great record, they were in most of the games they played last season. They were pretty much in them to the end. So
Yep.
I do think they'll take a leap for sure. So
yep. They got a stud receiver.
all right, fellas.
Yeah, thank you, DZ. Man, they got a stud receiver
All right, appreciate
coming
it
in.
as always.
They got, Aiden Hutchinson, and they got belief in Dan Campbell. The Vikings got a strong defense. They got a running game. Got arguably the best receiver in the game, and Jordan Jefferson. I said arguably. He's really good. Kirk Cousins, he ain't special, but he ain't terrible. He's solid. And then, come on, man, you got Aaron Rodgers. He's the baddest dude in the league. So, no.
And I'm with you.
Yeah, you know why I'm here. Poor Justin Fields. The offensive line ain't where it need to be yet. Got a new GM. Get there, but no, I have no expectations right at this very, very moment. I do not. Let me get back to the text box. NIL news. Any NIL news dropping tomorrow? Saw a lot of the players tweeting about big news coming with the entire team. I don't want to spoil the surprise if they haven't said something already about it. But anytime the whole team is eating, that's good. That's good. You look at Texas, there's talk about the offensive line getting taken care of, different schools doing things for the entire team. That's what you want. I think Texas Tech did something with the entire team. That's all love. That's good. That's good. You want that. Need an update on the coldest McKee? Man, Ben is in position. He's in the shotgun. He in a shotgun. He in the shotgun waiting on the snap.
Being under center is what got him in this predicament.
I know. That's why he had to bag up, Terry, bag up, and get in shotgun so he can catch his son. He'll drop the name here, maybe here soon. He'll drop the name. It's not the coldest, unfortunately. I thought it was gonna be the coldest, so we can call him the coldest McKee, but we couldn't get that past wifey. She did not go for that. Hewitt, how do you feel about mayo in your coffee? Yo.
That's nasty.
You know how like people do stuff just to be different for a little bit of attention? I'm not saying Will Levis is doing this with his whole mayo and the coffee deal. Kentucky's quarterback. But I hope he ain't doing that. That's nasty, Will. Mayo and coffee? Like, I understand mayo on bread and you get ready to toast it because mayo is basically just fat. It's just fat. I get it. Yeah, you can use it sometimes in a substitution of butter. But like in your coffee?
Yeah, mayo
That's nasty.
instead of butter on a grilled cheese is a game changer.
Yeah, it slaps. It slaps. It's good. Mm-hmm. But mayo and coffee, there's no explanation.
Nope.
None.
Like,
none.
no.
And what all Will Levis did was just basically disappoint everybody that got him top 5 on his quarterback list, got him all hyped up. Vince Morrow over here taking shots at media members for Will Levis. And he out here putting mayo in his coffee. I will not stand on the table for someone who does that.
No, sir.
I'm glad he ain't my quarterback. That's nasty.
It's disgusting.
We know Hendon Hooker drink his coffee black. Black. Hendon got that old school soul to him. You know Hendon drink his coffee black. He's so old school. He ain't got time for games.
He's so old school. He's using the instant coffee. He's just scoop out the coffee straight into the water and stirring it.
That Folgers, that instant coffee, that Folgers. While humming the Folgers in your cup jingle. That's how old school Hendon is. Let's see here. What else is on the text box? We got to take a break.
Mayonnaise and coffee. That's just disgusting.
Yeah. Kentucky for you. Solid
Weird
football
people.
team. Looks better probably on paper than Tennessee. Depth is really good. Stoops is a good coach. Running game's good. Will Levis is good. Got some tools. But damn, they sure don't know how to beat Tennessee. And Will Levis is nasty with that mayo. That's what I will say. Kyle, this was a couple weeks ago, talking about the receiver room. What's their ceiling? It depends. There's a hurdle to overcome with Brew McCoy with his eligibility, something Josh Heupel mentioned today during his time at SEC Media Days. I think he needs more of a blessing from USC. The rule is you can't even enter the SEC without when you have a domestic violence situation going on. It got cleared. It's the reason why he's here. He was accused. He was cleared. He did everything he's supposed to do. There's one little hurdle, and I think that's on USC's part. Hopefully that gets done. I'm hearing good things about him. Hearing good things about Jalen Hyatt, but I'm a little concerned about the group itself. Not player here, there, 2, 3, but like the group. I don't know how deep we are. If we have an injury, if we want to go 4 wides, somebody get tired, we want to put in the 4th guy. Like, is he gonna win? Is he gonna win at the line of scrimmage? Is he gonna win? Go make a play. consistently. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. I do not know. 865-255-03, taking your phone calls. Seth Stokes, Jason Swain here. Ben McKee is on daddy alert. Any minute, any second, any day, he will be a new dad. So happy for him. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be really awesome. Can't wait.
That's weird, man. It's hard to picture him as he's gonna be a great dad. Don't get me wrong. It's just knowing him from when he was still in college and everything. It's crazy to think that he's fixing to be a dad.
About to be a dad, man. That's what happens, man. You get older, you doing grown folk stuff. You gonna have a dad. You gonna have a kid. That's where we at.
Yep.
So, man, so proud of him. And like you said, man, he's gonna be a great dad.
Oh yeah.
He'll be a great dad. 865-255-03. We'll take our first break of the evening. Seth Stokes, Jason Swain here. Tennessee Media Days. What stood out to you? What did you like? What resonated with you? What do you remember? It could be Tennessee. It could be another team, another coach. When we come back on the other side of this quick timeout, Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, if you notice a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low T. You know you need to stop playing around and schedule your complete health assessment at Low T Center. They now offer the convenience of monitored, self-inject, at-home testosterone treatments for just $155 a month, cash pay, or covered by most health insurance. If you don't live near a Low T Center, or you just want the convenience of at-home treatment, all good. Low T Center makes it easy to get started on treatment. Only your first 2 visits are in person. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey there, Swain Event fam. Happy to be back with you on the weekly show, and although our Swain Event schedule has changed, I'm still here on a daily basis to help you with your real estate needs. So if you are still looking for your forever home, give me a call. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
You're listening to the Swain Event.
You don't say.
Fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Seth Stokes on live with us from South Carolina. C-Mac is on the Swain Event hotline, and he is in with us all the way from Colorado. C-Mac, what's up, man? Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, we witnessed the rebirth of a true hero, an incredible movie. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well.
We are good. We are good. What are you talking about, C-Mac?
The Batman is what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell.
I heard,
no damn Batman. I ain't even watched the movie yet.
Well, you need to watch it. I heard,
it's good, man. You gotta watch it.
Stokes, I already know you watch it. You watch movies on the first day come out.
Who?
Stokes.
Sometimes. I've seen it 3 times.
Stokes be watching movies before it even comes out. He's like the dude who used to get all the new shoes before the drop date because he knows somebody that worked in the back. That's Stokes. He knows someone that works in the production room at the movie theaters, so he watched movies before they even come out. That's how plug Stokes is when it comes to movies.
Wait, but what kind of bootleg version is it though? Is it like where someone's like walking like to the movie, or what?
I'm kidding. Stokes is really loves movies, so especially Batman movies, he always watches it pretty quick.
Same. We share that same passion. And before I get to the whole sports talking thing, I do want to ask Stokes this. You watched it 3 times, is that correct? Did I hear that correctly?
Did Stokes watch it 3 times?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, great. Did he enunciate or say the term, because I've only finished it for the second time today after watching it for the first time last night. Did he actually say, and I quote, "I am Batman" or "I am the Batman"? He never once enunciated that through the 3 hours and some change, correct?
No, he is Vengeance.
Exactly. Great. This is definitely going to be a trilogy then, because he didn't even say he was Batman. This is remarkable. Swain, now to the sports.
What the hell going on?
Why are you so tired of hearing all the NIL talk? What's wrong with you?
Dude, it's been going on every day.
Would you rather someone like myself call in on like a Tuesday after a Monday full of NIL talk and ask the question of, well, schools since 2020 been getting money for academic performances, and Deacon got 100,000?
No, what I'm
100,000?
What I'm more tired of is listening to the coaches talk about NIL, say one thing, and then contradict themselves to say something else, and basically dry snitch on themselves. Like
Kirby sounded real ignorant.
Like that's what I'm tired of. C-Back.
Stupid. He sounds stupid. So what will it take for them to shut the hell up?
Oh, stop asking questions. Like during the spring, Jimbo was accused of paying for all his players through NIL, but then he said he didn't get his players through NIL. But I'm like, damn, Jimbo, why would you say that? Why would you admit to that? I would have been like, yeah, we got them through NIL. So what? Because all you done is now be like, well, if you didn't get them through NIL, how you got them then?
What's amazing about Jimbo Fisher, he has a very rare talent, and Stokes, I believe you're going to agree with me on this. If you witnessed his very first question from the podium this afternoon, the dude wasn't even finished asking his question, and Jimbo went motor mouth real quick because he knows how to just start running his mouth to control a conversation or deflect or to move on from what you trying to really ask this dude.
Yeah.
So, much like yourself earlier in the week,
what happened?
And I'm going to get out of here on this note.
What happened?
What happened was what you're supposed to say.
What happened earlier in the week? And for the record, I like Jimbo. I appreciate Jimbo's.
Oh yeah, we love Jimbo.
Yeah, I like Jimbo. Yeah, I like Jimbo. What happened earlier in the week? What are you talking about?
Hold on, before I get to that, I do got to get for everybody real quick. Papa McKee, we with you. Come on through now. Hold it in till Saturday, because everybody know what Saturday is, don't y'all?
Is that your birthday?
Know what Saturday is? No, it is not.
When's your birthday? So what's Saturday?
None of your business.
Is it Leo season?
Leo season.
Leo season.
That's
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, 23rd.
So,
Leo season.
And nobody asked for the coldest. We can name the kid the realist. All right. I don't know where y'all get the coldest. He's gonna be the realist McKee. No disrespect to the other McKee or Mr. McKee Senior. Swain, last year, Hendon threw 31 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I tweeted out Monday or Tuesday night, all these quarterbacks who surpassed more than 25 touchdowns in one singular season, 36 being the opportune number that Peyton threw up in his last season. All of those quarterbacks that I listed, they did it in their last season, and a lot of the conversations, if anybody remember, from my mouth during the off season was, hey, I think Hendo should go because I'm looking at it from statistics. Shit, typically when someone throws 30-plus touchdowns, it's their last season on Rocky Top at QB, right? So since he came back, since he has more time, better coaching, as Hype said, Hype, you a dog, man. Can he beat 36?
36?
On film last year, there were more than 36 opportunities that we did not capitalize on, and he finished with 31. Would you agree?
Yeah, man, there's plenty of opportunities for sure. I mean, so he didn't play the first game, didn't play the entire game against Pitt. So I don't even count the first 2 games, honestly, because he's kind of thrown in there. Can he match what he did last year, plus a little bit more? Yeah, I think he can. I think he can.
All right, we're gonna do this in betting terms. The number that I liked that was more recent was 34. So who put up 34 in their last season on Rocky Top?
Was that Dobbs? Dobbs do that?
No,
He didn't do that
Dobbs
much.
Finished at 27. He did 27.
Who did? Who did
Come
30?
on now,
Who
Steph.
did 34?
T. Bray.
Okay.
Yeah, he was slinging it, wasn't he?
He was, and he still, as McKee would say, also slinging them beer bottles. Shout out to McKee, I miss you, boy. Hut, real soon, Saturday.
Shotgun.
Y'all, shotgun. Y'all be easy to say.
All right, man. See you.
Love y'all. Take it easy.
Much love. Yeah, Bryce Young had 47 touchdowns last year. Will Rogers had 36 touchdowns last year. Hennon had 31. Yeah, he can get 35.
Yeah.
He can get 36. Yeah, he can get that. It's going to require other guys to step up for sure. I think you're going to need some more production from tight end. You're going to need to get the running backs involved in the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need, obviously, the new guys like Brew McCoy, and even though Hyde played last year and scored a touchdown against South Carolina in the bowl game, like he's gonna have to do more to account for those numbers. So yeah, I think he can do that. All right, let's go back to the phone, Stokes. Good evening. Who do we have?
You got Gene.
Gene, what's up, man? Good evening.
How you doing, man?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. I know you're tired of the NIL, but I heard something real good today.
Now, I'm okay talking NIL with you. I don't want to hear the coaches around the league talk about NIL anymore. That's all.
Someone was talking about the collectives and who they think really has it right.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a retired NFL player, and I wish I could find who it was. A friend of mine was at lunch, and he said, "Listen to this." They were talking about Spire Sports Group, and they said, these guys here really have it right. Said these athletes need to be pointed to something like these guys.
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing is we'll bring their player in, they're asking them, what's your plans after school? And of course, everybody says the NFL, and he goes, no, after that. What's your plan?
Yep.
You have one.
Yep.
And they're sitting them down and they're showing them how to make themselves limited liability corporations so that this money that's coming in isn't burned through, and this money gets, taxes paid properly, and this money is used properly, and how they could basically set themselves up for life and retirement with a portion of this money. And he said, this is what these kids need right here. He said, because now they're not just players. When you come in and you've got $100,000, $200,000, up to $1 million, you're a business. You're not just a player anymore. You're not a 17 or 18-year-old student athlete. You are a business. And he said, if you don't treat it like it, that you're going to burn through that money in no time.
You're right, Gene.
True.
You're right, Gene. Hey, Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. That's what Jay-Z said. And that's how these players should think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot to put on an 18-year-old, but, man, they're getting a lot more now.
They're all right. They'll be all right.
So.
You're right, Gene. That's good stuff by you.
I just thought it was real cool, man. I didn't even know, I didn't know Spire was doing that stuff, but the fact that this retired NFL player knew about it and was talking about it on the radio, I thought that could be nothing but good for Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spire's different, and they've been 2-3 steps ahead, even before NIL initially launched. Last summer before July 1st hit, I got a chance to sit down with them and catch the vision. And I'm not surprised they're doing what they're doing. I'm not surprised they took Hendon and Tillman up to New York and let them experience that. They're ahead of the game. they're not the only group in Knoxville. There's some other groups that help Tennessee athletes, and they're doing a good job too. So there's other schools with multiple collectives. I know Florida has multiple collectives. Tennessee has, several. But at the end of the day, it's about working together and doing what's best to make sure that Tennessee is a place where people want to come and athletes want to come, and we take care of our own first, our own athletes to attract the new ones. But yeah, they got a handle.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, they didn't
well,
just.
I miss hearing.
What'd you say?
I said I miss hearing y'all in the morning.
I
hear reruns of the previous day in the morning.
I know.
But I don't get to talk to you.
I know. Like the time is a little different, Gene, because I'm on from 12 to 3. So work-wise, you may be tied up, or maybe we haven't got to the point where you call in and feel comfortable, and hopefully that's the case. One day you get comfortable.
Haven't got a chance to call in and ignore Josh in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know, man. Hopefully you can do that again, man. It's always fun when that happens, and it was funny when you did it.
But dude, have a great evening.
All right, Gene, my man. Thank you.
I'll hang up and listen.
All right, thank you. Thanks for the phone call, Gene. Yeah, I taught NIL. It's just hearing the coaches talk about it. Ugh. It's like you listening to them, you like, y'all know we know, right? Like, coaches, y'all know we know what's going on and what has been going on, right? You do realize that, right? Like, we know.
I think they think we're stupid.
I know, man. That's what drives me crazy. It's like, yeah, we know. We know. Stop acting like we don't know already. That's the only thing that drives me crazy. Give me your thoughts on Brew McCoy. I'm sure you have, but haven't heard it from the GOAT's mouth. Man, Stokes, talking about you. Big, fast, still knocking out the rust a little bit from not playing ball for so long, but that won't be a problem. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be a good one. Physically, he has the tools. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Guys like that's that big, running that fast, like I'm hearing from Brew McCoy, he got a chance to do something special in this offense. But people keep referring to him as a former 5-star. Man, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. So he has to kind of prove that. He had a lot on his shoulders. I think this is the perfect situation for him to do it. But he has to go out there and do it. But physically, it's the reason why he was a 5-star, Jared, when he came out of high school.
Yeah, calling someone who's been on a college campus for a couple of years a 5-star or a former 5-star is man, it's an unnecessary adjective.
It's
like it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't at all. It doesn't. Appreciate Evil showing love to the Swain Event app. I do take pride in the app now. It's a good app. It's a good app. Looking forward to using it maybe a little bit more during football season. Just think about that, Stokes.
Man, the app will be used a lot more in football season, of course.
Yeah, I think that might need to happen.
Yes, sir.
That might need to happen. 865-255-03. Turkey Man says, what about the new rule? No fur coat or daddy hat on the field. Yeah, the NCAA, I guess that's the Tennessee rule or something, but Tennessee wasn't the only team. And I saw other teams with a sledgehammer and all kind of other silliness on the field. All we had was a little jacket and a hat. Well, a little hat and a big jacket, but still, like, damn, you don't want the kids to have fun? But I understand why they did it, though. I ain't that mad. Because I remember when Auburn hit that home run and that player threw that bat over there by Tennessee's dugout and Tony Vitello threw the bat back. Like, I can see something happening. Like, if we don't control some of the celebrations, it's gonna get ugly. I can see that happen. I can see that playing out that way, Stokes.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. I mean, it could get really, really ugly. I do, I like seeing the daddy hat, the fur coat, and all that. But if they're not, it's not like they can't do it. They just can't do it on the field.
Yeah.
You got to wait till you get in the dugout, and that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Like in football, you can't. They're not running out there and putting whatever turnover prop on somebody on the hash of the 20-yard line when an interception is made.
True.
Like they're waiting till they get to the sideline, then they get to celebrate it. So,
True.
It kind of sucks, but yeah, they do need to put a handle on that because something bad will eventually happen because there's some serious trash talk going on. There's some serious rubbing it in the other team's face, which I think is, it is what it is. I don't necessarily think it makes baseball exciting, and you need to have a little edge to baseball. All the unwritten rules and all that stuff are kind of, I'm not a big fan of that. So I like the edginess that it brought, but you got to put a cap on it somewhere. And so keeping it in the dugout only, I'm okay with it.
And I'm cool with that right now because honestly, we should be eating our humble pie right now. I mean, we had 10 players drafted. Program record. Not many programs in the country can say that. And we didn't get to the World Series. And I'm just keeping it 100 here. We threw shade at Mark Richt and football coaches who've had 6 and 7 draft picks in the NFL and only could win 6-7 games. That's not a good look. Now, we did get to the Super Regional, but this team was talked about as being one of the best baseball teams ever, and we failed. So a little humble pie, that's not a bad thing, and we still can celebrate in the dugout. Tony Vitello got some commitments. Some of those guys, 2 of them I know off the top of my head, got drafted and won't be coming here. So it's a new challenge. If anyone can get it done, it's Tony Vitello. He's going to bring in talent.
Absolutely.
But I'm okay with eating a little humble pie. And I think that's what we're doing right now. And sometimes that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Talk your talk when you can. And if you can talk and you making plays and you winning, you can talk. But the moment you fail to reach expectations, you put a target on your back. And that's been the case with a lot of anti-Tennessee fans out there. We gave them a little bit of ammunition. But that's all right. We'll be back next year. Tony Vitello ain't going anywhere. We're going to be knocking on the door every year. Every year. But NCAA want to worry about that rule. They need to worry about these fake cramps, like my man Josh Heupel said. You need to worry about that. That's what you need to worry about right there. Oh, man. 865-255-03 is our telephone number. Seth Stokes. Jason Swain. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Still sitting on the sidelines trying to figure out how to buy and sell in this complicated market? I get it, and I understand why you're hesitant. That's where I come in. Call me, Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I'm happy to help answer any questions you have, and whether you're ready to rock in 2 weeks or 2 years, I'll be here. Look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Vols!
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Fellas, do you need an annual health exam? I recommend going to Low T Center to get your complete health assessment. They will check all of your levels, not just your T level. In most cases, it's completely covered by your health insurance. And if you don't have insurance, it's less than $100 for a full lab panel and office visit with the medical provider to give you a complete health assessment. Low T Center specializes in men's health, making it quick and easy, even verifying your insurance. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your online appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The conversation doesn't stop when the show is over. Follow the Swain Event on Twitter and like the show on Facebook.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Let's go back to the phones and let's see who do we have here. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello. You are live. Good evening.
What's up, Plano? Hey, man, this is Caleb. I called normally only in football season, man, but I listen to you all year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you remember me and stuff, but we were talking about passing last year. I can't remember which game it was, but, man, I just wanted to tell you, man, I appreciate you bringing that to the other network that you're working with now. Finally getting some truth and somebody who is not afraid to keep it real. And that means a lot, especially to us fans who love Tennessee the way that you guys did, like getting that VOLS back on that stadium, man. I appreciate you trying to tell him about that, man. That's awesome. My question, Swain, is that culture that we were talking about, has that developed, in your opinion, has that developed in the right direction in this past year? I know it's the off season. We don't know what this year has to hold, but are these players, I mean, I'm sure you're around them quite often. Are they buying in? Does it feel like the Tennessee of old, like when you were there, or is this still heading towards that way? And I'll hang up and listen to you, man. Love you. Keep doing what you do, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, much love, man. Much love to you too, man. Thank you for that. The first comment just about keeping it real. I just think the fans deserve that. I just think y'all deserve to know the honest opinion. I think you deserve it. As far as the culture, yes and no. Yes, the culture is like you're in a really, really good place because look around. You haven't had any rest. Haven't had any distractions. Like Texas A&M had a player who was one of the three that was supposed to represent Texas A&M. This dude got arrested the night before. He got arrested the night before.
How stupid do you have to be?
I mean, you're supposed to be treating that like the first day of class, man. The night before, you're supposed to be laying out your clothes, going to bed early. You're supposed to be focused.
Like, you've got a huge opportunity to represent yourself, to build off your own brand, to represent the university that you play for and your teammates, and you can't take that seriously enough to just stay in the house?
Hey.
Stay off the weed.
Simple as that.
I mean, I don't get it. So Tennessee hasn't had any off-the-field issues, any arrests, anything like that. I feel like everyone's pulling in the same direction, honestly. But is it where it was when I played? No, because, man, dudes was just, we have an NIL. So I think guys are a little bit more hungry coming in. I came in, wasn't social media time. So, guys wasn't playing for, what football could do for you. They're just playing just because they're trying to get out of this situation. But I think it's going in that direction. I think the culture has a great foundation, but it's hard to compare it to, when I played. And I'm not sitting here saying my culture was all that great because we went 5-6 in 05. Our culture wasn't where it needed to be. We didn't have the right leadership. We didn't have the right decisions from top down. So, yeah, I played during the time where we won a little bit more and we had some higher expectations, but man, my culture wasn't perfect either. So these guys have built a very strong foundation. I look at Hendon Hooker as being hopefully the Clemson version of Taj Boyd, who kind of set that foundation for the next guy. And the next guy could be Nico. You know, that could be the Trevor Lawrence, right? It could be Nico. So it's not where it needs to be. It's a work in progress. That's something that Heupel would say if he was asked the same question. But man, we got a nice foundation. We got a nice foundation, man.
It takes time to build a culture, and Tennessee is having to build a culture from scratch. Since Fulmer left, the culture has been in shambles, and there's been so much turnover, so much controversy, so many people in business for themselves, so many people making bad decisions. I mean, they haven't had a chance to really even build a foundation. You had an opportunity, and this will be one of the few things that I say when Butch Jones first got to Tennessee, it looked like there was an opportunity to start building a little bit of positive culture, but that was sand. It wasn't brick by brick. It was sand. It was a foundation built on shifting sand because he was a snake oil salesman and he was not genuine, and that shone through by year 2.5. So it takes, I mean, as long as Tennessee's been kind of down in the valley, walking through the darkness, it's going to take, several years, honestly, for the culture to get back to what it was in the late 90s. But a new age version of that, because it is different. NIL is different. The way the game is played is different. Everything surrounding the game is different, and that surrounding the athletes are different. But it will take a good amount of time in order to build that. And like you said, hopefully, and it looks like there's a good foundation, a good, solid, true foundation being laid. And it doesn't look like this staff is going to be one that's full of controversy, and you see a bunch of coaches jumping ship after a year or two, and a ton of turnover prematurely, and guys, ton of guys leaving and prematurely. Like I think you get that good nucleus, and you get some quality consistency, because if you remember, Coach Jones was here for a while. He was here for what, 4-5 years?
Too long, and he was the only consistent part of that. The rest of the staff was not consistent. They were in and out quick. I got an example for you, Stokes. Tony Vitello just coached his 5th season here at Tennessee. And you can really say 4 seasons, because the 2020 season was canceled due to COVID. Yeah. But that team was about to be some head busters that year too.
Ooh, yeah, they were.
But Tony Vitello talked on set at the MLB draft looking like a pro.
Yes.
And he talked about how Drew Gilbert changed his life. We have players who are so impactful. A guy like Hendon Hooker, a guy like Drew Gilbert. I'm just using those two as an example, not saying that they're the only two, but man, it took Tony Vitello to his 5th year to have the culture that he has right now. Heupel's in his 2nd season, so let's be encouraged by what we have seen in year 1, but let's understand it's going to take longer, because when you have the right culture, you got dudes holding dudes accountable,
right?
Because you still got some guys on this team that they ain't got kicked off. They doing the bare minimum, but they still ain't run through a brick wall yet, and they won't be here. And if they here, they ain't gonna do anything. They won't play. You'll see, you'll start seeing damn man, he played last year. Why he ain't playing this year? Well, damn man, he kind of old. I thought he would be playing as a upperclassman. You gonna start seeing that this season. You gonna be like, damn, why so-and-so ain't playing? And remember this conversation.
Yep.
Okay? So Heupel's in the second season. Everybody ain't going to just jump on board the same way like a Cedric Tillman or Hendon Hooker. So Heupel still has guys that he inherited, and he's still recruiting players that he has identified, his staff has identified as being matches and fits inside the program. So it's going to take some time.
Oh, yeah. But it's good to have someone like a Hendon Hooker that has bought in and is 100% doing the right thing and going about it the right way and being a good example. You get a leader that's, you know, doing it on the field and off the field in a position like quarterback. That I think that will help bring some guys along, and maybe some of the guys that are still on the fence. Eventually, maybe some of those guys can turn the corner a little bit. And a guy like Cedric Tillman, who's, you know, like Coach Heupel said, and some other guys have said, you know, this week, you wouldn't have really expected much out of him. No one really knew who Cedric Tillman was until last year. And then the dude balled in, and he balled out. Yep. And so hopefully, you know, some of those guys can start to see some of that and realize that, you know, there's a method to it, and there's a plan in place. And look at these two guys who are now, you know, they're nationally known dudes. They're guys who are NFL caliber players, and this staff has something to say about that and something to do with that.
Yep. Got a couple days left in the month of July, so you have plenty of time to call Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, because until the end of the month, you can take advantage of interest-free financing deals and free items on top of purchases. So I'll give you a couple of examples. When you get a new whole home generator, Hiller's going to give you a free whole home surge protector. You can also experience interest-free financing for 12 months on that purchase. When you purchase a new select HVAC system, Hiller's going to give you a free programmable thermostat. Also, you can experience great interest-free financing for 48 months. So I'll be honest, that's what I had to jump on. I got a little bit of an older home. It was time. Stokes, it was time to replace the HVAC because the prices are going up. So they ain't going down, they going up. So take advantage of the financing interest-free deal while they have it. Also, I got that free thermostat. So, man, it was time, and super pumped about it. There was parts of my house that was not cooling the way it's supposed to, and I noticed that, man, I needed a more powerful unit. So came in, it was about a 5-6 hour project. Boom, done, good to go. So y'all know me, I'm not going to endorse something that I don't believe in myself, and I got myself a new HVAC thanks to Hiller Plumbing, Cooling, and Electrical. So also a tankless water heater, interest-free financing for 12 months when you buy that, and you're going to get a free water sensor leak detector with that purchase. So all of these purchases comes with a free Happy Hiller Club membership. So what that is, they have any issues throughout the year, service call, price is not normal. Also, you're going to be locked in 2 times a year. They're going to come out, service everything right before the summer, right before the winter, and it definitely pays and benefits you to be a part of the Happy Hiller Club membership. So find all those details on the website at happyhiller.com. Stokes.
Yes, sir.
It's been an hour, dude.
Goes by fast.
I know, man. I was pumped about doing the show this evening. Last week, I apologize. You know, Ben thought baby was coming, so we had a little bit of emergency. And I'll just be honest, I was high. I was high last week. No, I had a procedure done.
I was gonna do the show, but then I got high.
Gonna talk about the balls, but then I got no. So I got a procedure done on my foot last week, and I was in so much pain, man. I had to take the pain medication, and I was in no shape to be doing a show by myself. And so I didn't know if I was gonna get the procedure done Thursday morning, but I did it because I needed it. And yeah, so that's why with Ben being unavailable, he's basically on kid alert any day now. And then with me, being like Afro Man, it wasn't a good idea to be, doing a show. So
been a wild hour.
I hit up Jennifer Morris. I was like,
what happened was
I was like, man, I don't think I need to be doing a show. And I was in like some serious pain, man. It was weird, but everything's good now, and man, glad to be back, and apologize for that. So last thing we need is me saying something crazy and get y'all trying to get me canceled or something. Oh man. When do we expect our next commitment? Who might it be? Well, tomorrow, Nathan Leacock, the receiver from North Carolina, 4-star wide receiver, is committing tomorrow, and Tennessee's in a good spot. So I'll say that. I met him during the spring. He tall boy. I had to look up to him.
Good.
Hey, sir. Hey, man. How you doing, sir? That's how I greeted him. Double J. Hey, Swain, what you think about Beamer Jr. and his hype video?
That was embarrassing.
Well, it's a challenge. It's the you know how they do these challenges. Kelly Harper did one. She did hers was I think it was Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy challenge, right? And
what's worse, the Shane Beamer thing or anything Brian Kelly has done or said?
Listen, if you are a South Carolina player, like, you loving it, man, you're eating it up, and that's really all that matters. It don't really matter what we think. It's about what those players think. And if they buy into it, and man, they feel more comfortable around Beamer, and they feel like he has their back, it don't matter what we think. But I'm gonna tell you what I think. Dancing is not his forte. It was a little corny, but it's supposed to be corny. It's supposed to be corny. And I see what they're doing over there in South Carolina. I mean, they're having fun. And that's what Heupel did when he first got here, man, doing wiffle ball games and all that stuff. Just putting the football away and just really just having fun with each other. That's how you build a culture today. So all these old school, stick in the booty coaches who think you can talk down on kids and call kids out of your name and think they're going to play hard for you, like, them days are over. Them days are over.
Yeah.
So the Josh Heupels and the Shane Beamers, like, they here. And them type of coaches, they'll win. They'll be successful because Beamer's genuine. He's genuine. You can call him corny, but he's genuine. As long as his players play for him, that's really all that matters. But trust me, I laughed at the video.
Oh, it was bad. It was funny. It was bad.
Those first couple of steps, he looked uncomfortable.
Very.
Like, man, is he wearing heels or something? Like, where's his balance?
Are them shoes fitting correctly?
Man, where's your balance? But hey, man, he's resonating with his players, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna tell you right now, that game between us and South Carolina ain't gonna be like it was last year.
No, we're gonna beat them by more than that next year.
I hope so. It won't be as easy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just like every time you turned around, it was a long touchdown. It was a spanking.
Yeah, it was simple.
Yeah, it was. I think they'll be better. They got the better tight ends, better quarterback. But they'll have that game circled. Hootie, I remember what you said, Hootie. Talking about F Tennessee.
Hootie need to keep his mouth shut.
We got something for you too. So that game's gonna be fun, man.
Hootie need to quit hooting.
Yeah, that game's gonna be fun. So
I see Shane Beamer and I can't get the image out of my mind of him celebrating.
You gotta understand why he was doing
so many points.
He was doing it for his players, man. He was trying to make sure his players didn't quit.
This man looked like Rick Moranis after the Little Giants gained a yard against the Cowboys.
We gained a yard.
Right. That was Shane Beamer.
Yep. I mean, hey, I get it.
Whatever works.
Yeah, I get why he was doing it, man, because you can lose a team completely in games like that where you get blown out and your coaches just look like they give up. You're going to give up too. So I get why he did that, but it was funny.
I do too.
It was funny making fun of him.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's funny. It served a purpose.
Yep.
And he's appreciating or recognizing the fact that his team didn't necessarily quit.
Yep.
And I've in all honesty, I've heard really, like, being here in South Carolina, I've heard nothing but good things about him as a person.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So I can't hate on him too much because you don't want to diss the good guys when there's so few of them in this industry.
Yep.
So, but make fun of him a bit because he kind of deserves it for being corny.
All right, let's get to the phone. Let's squeeze in one last call before we wrap up this evening. All right, good evening.
Hey, what's up, Swain Stokes? It's Coy and Macon, man.
Coy and Macon, what's up, man?
Just chilling, man. Hey, do y'all do this every Thursday? I have, I got had a baby back in February, so my nights have been kind of crazy. But I got on tonight and saw y'all, and it looked like on the podcast or the app, it's every Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday night. We've done it every Thursday since April the 4th, except for 2. Last week, which I just mentioned, and then the first week I went to a sports animal, had to kind of adjust with the new schedule and trying to figure out when the best day to do it. So we figured Thursday night would be the best. So that's when we're gonna broadcast the Swain Event live. As football season gets closer, we'll look at some other opportunities to do more stuff. But man, we want to keep the Swain Event going, even though it looks different and it's at a different time. Still want to keep it going. So that's what we're doing.
That's awesome, man. Good deal. Well, I definitely have to start tuning in every week. I listen to the new show, man. It is on in the middle of the day. I'm fortunate enough to have a job where I could listen to a lot of radio. A lot of times it's, just background noise because I'm having to, actually do work and stuff. But what I do here, I like. I think y'all are good on air together. So I feel glad I get to listen to you all the time, man. But it's no Ben and no Stokes, man. Stokes, it's good to hear your voice, dude. Like I said, I get to listen to Swain every day, but I don't think I've heard you since the Swain Event went off air. Normal schedule. Hope you've been doing good, brother.
Man, I've been doing real good. I get to hop on here on Thursdays when Ben isn't able to hop on, and congratulations on having a kid there in February, and Ben's about to have one here any minute now, so that's awesome, and appreciate the kind words, man.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Hey, just one quick question before I go, Swain. I was excited to call in tonight because I hadn't got a chance to talk to you in quite a while, but thought Hype did an awesome job at media day today. I tweeted at you earlier, man. If he would have gone up on stage and fell down and faked an injury, I think that would have been the best thing ever.
That would have been great.
He should have hit the floor when he was going up there and just did the Peter Griffin oh man,
that's the best.
But what's the hold up with Brew McCoy? Does anybody know really what the hold up is? I saw that he's not eligible yet.
Yeah, there's the hurdle. That's what Hype will use. That's the terminology he used. I think that's on USC side a little bit. Just gotta clear that hurdle. He should be okay. So
I mean, you think he'll probably be eligible that week 1?
I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be. I think Tennessee did a lot of research and due diligence before going in that direction, and really you can't even enter the league in the SEC. That rule was implemented a couple of years ago. You have a domestic violence situation, you can't just transfer. You can't enter the SEC. So it had to be cleared, and he had to be innocent, and all that stuff has to pass before he's able to even transfer to Tennessee. So I think he should be okay, but we'll see.
So you don't think it had anything to do with the fact that he had already transferred? He transferred from USC to Texas and then back to USC. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not sure, man. When I was asking around, it had more to do with some, USC.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it didn't have anything to do with like the number of transfers, but that's what I got. Just quickly trying to get a little bit of information on it before I jumped on this evening.
Yeah.
So.
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm going to jump off, but I did want to say, when I got on tonight, y'all were just talking about, I believe I jumped on in the middle of y'all's conversation about Hendon Hooker throwing 31 touchdowns last year and talking about him getting to 35 this year. Man, if he would have played that first game and then I think, Pitt was the second game and he didn't come in until the middle, I mean, there's no telling how many touchdowns he would have, thrown in that first game.
Oh, yeah.
Milton missed several wide open receivers, so I think he would have got to 35 last year had it not been for that. But
I agree.
I just wanted to say that, man. I'm excited about the season. I'm pumped up. I'm hoping it's not like years past. I build myself up every year, and I feel like it's a different situation now, there, man. But it was good to talk to y'all. God bless both of y'all. Swain, I hope you're as happy as you can be, man, in your new show. And I still, like I said, love you're by far my favorite person on air, man. So thanks for doing what you do. Stokes, take care. Y'all take it easy.
Oh man, thank you, Coy.
Appreciate it, man.
That means everything, man. That means everything. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I take that responsibility serious right there, Coy. So we got to keep bringing it, man. Thank you so much, Coy, for the call. Like Stokes, you just said, man. Congratulations on the birth of your child. My child right now trying to come up in here. This is the youngest one too.
Oh, that means she don't care what you got to say.
Yeah, like she's coming in the door, like mouthing to me what she wants. I can't understand what you're saying. So why don't you just tell me what you want? What you want?
Man.
Oh Lord, I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm live. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Man, y'all about to have me getting judged out here as a parent. Judged. I hope y'all didn't hear what you just said. Stokes, it's been real.
Yes, sir.
For Seth Stokes, I'm Jason Swain Event Fuel by Dead End Barbecue, live here from the Low T Center Studio. Hope y'all have a great evening. Peace and love. We are out.